Every morning feels quieter. He doesn't talk much. She doesn't ask anymore. The mansion is full of light, but something inside him has gone dim. Outside, he's winning. Inside, he's stuck. Low energy, low spark, low T. But not for long, because tonight he chews something for 60 seconds. That's it. 1 minute. No pills, no machines, just one small chew. Before bed. It's natural, it's powerful, and it works. If you're a man over 50, this is your signal. Not to fight aging, but to flip the switch. To wake up your blood flow. To bring oxygen where it matters. And yes, to feel like you're 18 again. This is not magic, it's science. It's saliva. It's nitric oxide. It's timing. So grab your chair, turn off the noise, and let me show you what to chew, why it works, and how men like you are getting it all back, one bite at a time. America is full of men who look like they have it all together. Nice house, good job, a partner who still turns heads. But behind closed doors, they wake up too tired, go to bed too tense, and wonder why their morning confidence has gone quiet. They blame age, they blame stress, they blame work. The truth is more specific. After 50, many men drift into a low testosterone pattern while blood flow quietly gets worse. It is common, it is fixable, and it is not a character flaw. You will recognize the early signs. You feel flat in the morning, workouts take more effort, your waistline creeps forward while your motivation slips back. You still care about your partner, but spark shows up less often and fades faster than it used to. Sleep gets lighter. You wake to use the bathroom. You scroll the phone in bed and feel more restless the next day. Little by little, you start avoiding the situations that used to feel effortless. You call it getting older. It is mostly circulation plus hormone drift. Here's what your body is doing. Testosterone naturally declines with age, but the drop is usually slow. The part that hits harder is the combination of lower nitric oxide, stiffer arteries, and lifestyle friction. When the inner lining of your blood vessels gets less responsive, the same signals that once brought a strong, reliable response now arrive to a system that is less willing to open up. Blood flow to the pelvis lags behind demand. Erections feel weaker, shorter, less predictable. That feeling changes how a man carries himself during the day, how he sleeps at night, and how confident he feels approaching intimacy. This is not just about sex. It's about energy, drive, and identity. In the United States, many men never talk about it. They keep producing, keep providing, and keep quiet. They buy supplements in secret. They try heavier workouts that leave them even more exhausted. They overcorrect with caffeine in the morning and a drink at night, which pushes hormones in the wrong direction. A big sugary breakfast can make a morning blood test look artificially low. A late glass of wine can steal deep sleep, where testosterone pulses are strongest. The system feels random because the inputs are random. When you put rhythm back into your day, your biology responds. Your primary care doctor will look for two things: symptoms and numbers. Symptoms are how you feel and function. Numbers are morning testosterone levels measured on 2 separate days, ideally while fasting and well rested. Many men never get that far because they're embarrassed to ask, or they think the only solution is a lifetime on medication. In reality, your doctor can help you sort out what is hormone, what is circulation, and what is habit. They can review medications that lower libido or blunt performance. They can screen for sleep apnea if you snore or drag through the day. They can check your blood pressure, lipids, and A1C to see how your vessels are aging. Erectile changes can be an early clue that your arteries need attention, not a reason to give up. Meanwhile, you can start changing the inputs today. Your mouth is a switch you've been ignoring. Chewing is not just chewing. It's a signal. Saliva enzymes begin to unlock compounds that support nitric oxide and blood vessel flexibility. Certain foods interact with that saliva in a way capsules do not. They start at the top of the system, not the bottom. They reach the inner lining of your vessels fast. When you chew them slowly, you amplify their effect. That's the quiet hack you're about to learn. 60 seconds, one chew, before bed. It fits a busy American life because it's frictionless. It works with the way you already eat. It respects the reality that at this stage of life, you don't need more complexity. You need better signals. Think back to the couple you saw in the opening scene. He looks like a winner from the street. The driveway, the car, the suit all say success. But the real test is private. It shows up in small moments his wife can feel even when he says nothing. The distance at the dinner table, the canceled plan, the unspoken worry. The longer you avoid the subject, the heavier it gets. When he finally tells his doctor, the conversation is quick and practical. They rule out the dangerous stuff. They make a plan. And that night, he adds a 60-second chew to a short evening walk and an earlier bedtime. It's simple enough to actually happen. The next morning is not a miracle, but it's better. The week after, better again. You may ask why a small chew can matter for something as big as manhood. Because systems amplify small inputs when they arrive at the right point in the loop. Blood flow is a loop. Hormones ride that loop. Nerves coordinate that loop. If you nudge the loop at the mouth, where nitric oxide pathways begin to wake up, you help the downstream tissues respond. If you pair that with fewer sabotaging habits at the edges of the day, you stop pushing against yourself. Your evening drink doesn't have to be nightly. Your coffee doesn't have to be on an empty stomach. Your mouthwash doesn't have to be the strongest antiseptic before a nitrate-rich meal. Small changes add up because your biology is waiting for permission to normalize. There's another American reality for men in their 50s and 60s. You take care of everyone else first. Kids, clients, parents, staff. You tell yourself you're fine. You're not asking for perfection. You just want to feel like yourself again. Start where resistance is lowest. Chewing for 60 seconds is the lowest. It doesn't require a gym membership, a meal plan, or a calendar overhaul. It asks you to stand in your own kitchen for 1 minute and pay attention. That attention is medicine. It reconnects you to a body that still knows how to work. None of this replaces medical care. It makes medical care smarter. If your morning numbers are truly low and your symptoms are real, your clinician may discuss treatments with you. Lifestyle is not a moral test. It's a force multiplier. Many men who dial in the basics feel well enough that their options widen. Blood flow improves. Sleep deepens. Mood steadies. Confidence returns. And because you started with something you can do every day, you keep doing it. That's the whole game at this age, stacking small wins until you trust your body again. So when you hear, chew this for 60 seconds, don't roll your eyes. Hear it as an invitation to test your own system. This is a simple, safe starting point for most men. If you take blood thinners, have stomach issues, or complex conditions, ask your doctor before you begin. Otherwise, take control of the easiest lever you have. Keep the cars and the suits. Keep the partner who chose you. But give yourself back the signal you've been missing. Tonight, we start the protocol. Next, I'll show you exactly what to chew, the safest way to use it, and how to build a 1-minute ritual that fits a real American life.
When blood moves, life returns. That sounds poetic, but it is biological. Your entire sense of energy, performance, and confidence starts with circulation. Testosterone gets the headlines, but blood flow writes the story. Your arteries are not just pipes. They are dynamic, living tissue. They open and close based on demand. They dilate when your brain says, now. But over time, they forget how. Sleep less, move less, eat faster, stress more. That is the American rhythm, and your vessels respond to it. They stiffen, they shrink, they struggle. Even when testosterone is normal, if blood flow lags, nothing feels normal. Circulation is not just about arteries. It is motion. It is signal. It is permission. When your blood moves well, oxygen reaches tissue, waste clears out, and nerves light up like they should. This is where nitric oxide comes in. It is the body's natural signal to open up. No nitric oxide equals no expansion. No expansion equals poor performance. Not just down there, but in brain, lungs, and heart. And where does nitric oxide start? In the mouth, with the right foods and the right routine. Your evening routine can be your circulatory tune-up. That 60-second chew you're about to learn, it's not a gimmick, it's a physiological trigger. Better blood flow changes everything. It sharpens your mood, improves sleep, deepens connection, and yes, makes erections possible again. Not forced, not frantic, just available, like they used to be.
You eat every day, but when was the last time you truly chewed? Not rushed, not distracted, not while scrolling. Real chewing activates real chemistry. The forgotten truth is this: your mouth is not just an entry point, it is a bioactive organ. Saliva contains enzymes that trigger nitric oxide pathways, but only if the food stays long enough to matter. When you chew purposefully, you activate nitric oxide before it even hits your stomach. That means better blood flow, without waiting for digestion. Some foods are nitric oxide boosters by nature. Garlic, beets, leafy greens, citrus, ginger. They have compounds that interact with your saliva to start the expansion cascade. Pills skip this step. Juices rush it. Chewing honors it. This is not a detox, not a cleanse, not a gimmick. This is physiology. What you just watched is the 60-second protocol. One ingredient, 1 minute, one action. No blender, no pills, no noise. And done correctly, it can unlock a cascade of change you used to think required a prescription. This is not a secret formula. It is a sequence. Simple, precise, science-backed. We call it the 60-second chew protocol. Pick your food. 1 thin slice of raw garlic, or 2 to 3 slices of ginger, or a wedge of beet, or a lemon wedge, or a small cup of dark leafy greens. Optional, pair it with warm water or honey. No phone, no TV, no multitasking. Just 1 minute of chewing with intention. Let your mouth do what it was designed to do. Prime your blood flow. Nitric oxide starts rising within seconds of contact and peaks 20 to 30 minutes later, right when you're winding down for sleep, which is exactly when your body repairs, restores, and regulates hormones. Do this before bed, not after a heavy meal, not while rushing, not out of obligation, but as a quiet, powerful act of restoration. It tells your body, I'm listening now. Want to make it stick? Pair the chew with something you already do. After you brush your teeth. After setting the alarm. After locking the door. Keep the chew simple,
but make it sacred. 1 minute to signal your body that it still knows what to do. This habit is powerful, but timing matters, and a few common mistakes can cancel out the benefits completely. Let's make sure you're not sabotaging your own progress. 1. Antiseptic mouthwash before chewing. Strong mouthwash kills the bacteria that convert food nitrates into nitric oxide. Use a gentle rinse if needed, or just rinse with water. 2. Chewing right after a heavy, greasy meal. Fat slows nitric oxide release. Save your chew for later, preferably on a lighter stomach. 3. Mindless chewing while distracted. The protocol works best when you chew slowly with attention. These are not rules to stress over. They are signals to respect. Your body wants to cooperate, but it needs clear messages. Small tweaks make a big difference. The best time? Evening. Empty or light stomach. No distractions. Gentle lighting. Calmer pace. The right signals at the right time create the right biology. The goal is not perfection. It is rhythm. A small practice done right, done often, becomes a silent revolution. You've done harder things. You've taken care of others. You've built careers. You've pushed through storms. Now, this 1 minute is about taking care of you. This is not a miracle, but it is a message to your vessels, your hormones, your nerves. You're not done yet. You're just getting reactivated. Start tonight. 60 seconds. 1 bite. Done. If you want more daily practices like this, subscribe below. We'll walk with you. Because aging isn't decline. It's just a change in direction. And direction can be chosen.